Congressman Jim McDermott with us. He's a member of the House Budget Committee. I can't let you go until I ask you about the big show last night, the GOP debate. I'm sure you're aware that we don't have a military at all. Nobody's doing anything to stop terrorism. I mean, and you're on the House Budget Committee. All these Republicans up there are pontificating on what we're not doing. And if they're president, they, of course, will keep us safe, and we don't have to worry about paying for any of this. In fact, the only one that mentioned anything about the budget last night was Rand Paul, and I give him credit for that. I mean, when it comes to military, they've just got an unlimited budget. Now, if I'm wrong, Congressman, tell me, but there was a sizable increase in the defense budget under President Obama. You didn't hear that last night. All you heard was all these military cuts and how weak we are since the 1950s. I want you to package that for us. What do you think?
Well, I think this last night was an amazing warmongering debate. There was endless warmongering. Rand Paul stood out by the fact that he did not join in that. There was almost no recognition of this all started under George Bush Jr., it's sort of like Obama arrived and suddenly the world fell apart.
Yeah.
And this problem was handed to him by Republicans under Bush. And last night you would think that he had done everything wrong. I think the president has done the best job you can in trying not to get us into a new next world war. You heard people talking about, are you willing to shoot down Russian planes? Are you willing to bomb villages flat? Yeah. I mean, they're killing. The conversation was horrendous if you're listening to it as a Muslim and thinking they're going to bomb our city flat like they did Leipzig in the Second World War. This was a horrible debate, but on the other hand, it was good to demonstrate to the American people what the Republicans are really all about. They're about making war.
They are about making war, and they just can't get enough testosterone thrown out on the screen, that's for sure. But here's the one thing that really got me, Congressman McDermott, was how disingenuous Lindsey Graham was last night. We do not have forces in Iraq because the American people voted for Obama. They wanted out of Iraq. He was elected and then reelected, and he never changed his position. We will end the war in Iraq. That was very clear during the election. The second thing is, and most important, is that we didn't have a status forces agreement because we would have lost our sovereignty, and if there had been a firefight that the Iraqis didn't like, American GIs would be where? They would be in an Iraqi court defending themselves, and Obama and the military leaders were not going to go along with that. Now, am I wrong on that, or am I right on that? And I can't believe that Lindsey Graham last night is saying that he still wishes George W. Bush was president of the United States. I mean, it's a status forces agreement that didn't happen because our troops would have lost their legal sovereignty, correct?
Absolutely. You took the words out of my mouth. The president wanted to keep some people in Iraq. But in order to do that, you have to have an agreement between our government and the Iraqi government on status of our forces. Are they going to be tried under American law, or are they going to be tried under Iraqi law? And the Iranian government of Iraq said, we will not give you a status of forces agreement. So the president, the only thing he could do to protect his troops was take them out of the country.
Yeah, exactly. We would have seen American servicemen in Iraqi courts and at the mercy of Iraqi defense. And that's unbelievable. And I cannot believe, of all people, Lindsey Graham, a lawyer and former military judge, allows that to slip out. And then, oh, by the way, says he wishes Bush was still president. I mean, talk about losing all credibility. Jim, have a great holiday, Congressman. Great to have you with us, Congressman McDermott.
We'll see you after the first of the year.
All right. Thank you.
Same to you.
This is Ed Schultz News and Commentary, brought to you by Communication Workers of America, Alliance for American Manufacturing, BioGreen Clean, and the iSave team. We're back tomorrow.